What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys episode 36 of my fantasy sports podcast. And last night's NBA Cash team was another easy winner, as you guys can see to the left of the screen. That ended up scoring 311 points. It was an easy winner again in cash and tournaments. So hopefully we can keep the train rolling tonight. I think that's 3 consecutive nights with 300 or more FanDuel points with my team. So let's keep it rolling tonight. As you can see on last night's team, everyone basically played well except for, I think, just Rubio. Yeah. He had 0 fantasy points at halftime, which was mind-boggling because I was watching him on ESPN, and he had 1 point and 1 turnover, resulting in 0 fantasy points by halftime, which is just absolutely nuts because the reason he got 1 point on a technical free throw. The reason why he got this was he was actually getting subbed out in the first quarter, and Harden got a technical while he was being subbed out. The coach kept him on the court, sent him to the other side to shoot it, knowing that Rubio is his best free throw shooter on the team, and he got his 1 point for the half. But then he came in the second quarter and he turned the ball over, and that was all he did for the whole first half. So the 1 point he got, he was actually being subbed out at the same time. So it was quite comical. I was laughing because I knew the team was easily going to win no matter what Rubio did. Alec Burks ended up having a big second half, so that really solidified the win for that Cash team. Karis LeVert was the play of the night. If you guys watched episode 35 yesterday, you would have seen that I was very high on him. He was 4,800. He got over 50 fantasy points. I mean, what an absolute stud coming off of that Nets bench. They're going to keep using him while D'Angelo Russell's out. His price is probably going to jump up into the 5,000s next time they play. That was him alone basically won you the double ups. If you had him, you were in really good shape no matter what your guys did. So let's roll right into tonight. We got a nice 8-game slate tonight. I'm going to just tell you guys some guys I like I normally do. And if you have a question between 2 guys that you don't know which one to pick from, just comment under this video on this YouTube channel and ask me. Just, put it in the comments and I'll tell you which guy is a better play. Obviously, pick guys with similar salary because obviously I know to play Kemba Walker over a point guard like George Hill. Like, obviously, you got to pick guys that are similar in salary, and actually you have a tough time deciding between the two. Don't just ask 2 guys that are the obvious better player is a star. So let's get into tonight. We have a couple injuries. These guys have been injured. I think Davis is still he's questionable now instead of doubtful. Keep an eye on that. Jokic is out. Curry's out again. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. So that opens up some more usage for the Warriors team. The big injury, or Turner's a game time, so if he's not playing, look for Sabonis or Thad Young to get more run. Those Pacers big men should benefit. But the big news is Evan Fournier being out, and Willie Cauley-Stein's been out, and Kyle Anderson being out. That's gonna affect my favorite plays today as we get into this video. So, point guard, I'm looking at Kyrie Irving tonight. I really like this Spurs-Celtics game. A lot of DFS players look at the Spurs and just don't pick anyone in the game because they think they have some stellar defense still. But the Celtics are arguably the best team in the league currently. Maybe the Warriors are better than them. They're certainly the best team in the East right now. They're going to give the Spurs a run for their money, even in San Antonio. Kyrie Irving is at one of his lower prices of the season. He needs like 38 fantasy points to reach value. This game's going to be very competitive. And like my idea against the Bucks, it's the same idea here. It's going to be close. The Celtics are going to lean on their superstar, Kyrie Irving. He'll be in, a good amount of time. Like I predicted in Milwaukee, he played well. He'll probably see like 32, 33 minutes again tonight. I think he should do fine against Tony Parker or Patty Mills. I'm really not worried about who's covering him. Another point guard I'm going to be looking at is Chris Dunn at 6,700. He's against the Charlotte Hornets tonight, and Kemba Walker doesn't really play the best defense. Chris Dunn has been actually very, very phenomenal over the last week or so. It's looking like the Bulls trading away Jimmy Butler for Dunn, and as long as Zach LaVine comes back healthy, it's looking almost like a worth it trade. Dunn is looking like everything he is out of Providence. He was a superstar there. He's turning into a star in the NBA. I mean, look at this. He's playing up towards high 20s in minutes. The last two games he's played 30 and 34 minutes. And he's reaching value almost every single night. He needs like 33 fantasy points to reach value tonight. He got that last night. He's been right up around 30 every single game. 34, he has that high ceiling of 49. He had a huge game against Phoenix. And he's just solidified a nice starter's role over there in Chicago. So I think he's worth it. I think he's even a cash game play tonight. Keep an eye on Chris Dunn. I do like him. I also like Rajon Rondo at 6,000. If Anthony Davis is out, I like Rondo. He'll be starting. He should see around 30 fantasy points to reach value. If Davis is starting, I don't love Rondo. I think that takes away some usage, some passing, some shots. All in all, it just takes away from that whole Pelicans offense. So as long as Anthony Davis is out, later on we'll figure that out. I do like Rajon Rondo. Shooting guards. I'm a big fan of Arron Afflo, believe it or not, tonight. I spelled his name wrong. Let me just... 3,500. He's going to be starting tonight, most likely, for the Magic. Evan Fournier is out. It's looking like he's going to get a bunch of minutes. If you go under the Evan Fournier tag, it says that Arron Afflo should see all the minutes he can handle. Terrence Ross is also out for this Orlando Magic offense. So, as you can see, Arron Afflo is likely to take over as the team's starting shoot guard and see a sizable boost in minutes. I think Afflo is very worth it at minimum price. He's 3,500. He needs like 16 fantasy points to reach value, 17 fantasy points. He should be able to do it tonight. I think he's going to play 30 minutes. If you're not confident with it, don't play him in cash games, but play him in tournaments. He's definitely a good play tonight. Keep an eye on him. I thought I'd definitely draw your guys' attention to him. He's certainly worth a look. If you guys don't end up rostering him, that's fine. Another guy I like is Avery Bradley at 5,300. This Pistons-Warriors game fits Bradley perfectly with how he plays basketball. It's going to be fast-paced. There's going to be a lot of breakaways, lots of turnovers. Avery Bradley strives to be in that position. He loves getting steals, and he loves fast break layups. So I think Bradley is going to benefit in this game. He has solidified himself as in 30 minutes and over starter for this Pistons team, and I think he's going to play well tonight. He had two stinkers a few nights ago, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I think he easily gets over 20 and gets up to 25 fantasy points to reach value tonight. He's certainly worth a look, even in cash games. For small forward, I do like Kevin Durant again, even though his price has jumped up to 11,000. He had just such a monstrous game without Steph Curry. 35 minutes, he had a triple-double with 35 points, 66 fantasy points. So I just can't fade Durant when Curry is out. I know Draymond Green is probable tonight, but that doesn't shy me away enough. I think Green could even help Durant out. Maybe that will take away some assists for Durant. But I still see Durant putting up 30-plus points and grabbing some rebounds and being effective on the defensive side of things. So I think Durant is certainly worth the pay-up at small forward for 11,100. So keep an eye on Durant. I do like him a bunch. Another small forward I'm looking at is Rudy Gay at 6,300. Rudy Gay has been fantastic since Kyle Anderson went down with his knee injury. So I expect him to do the same tonight. He's seeing over 30 minutes a game in the absence of Kyle Anderson, and he's easily reached over value at 36 and 36.9 fantasy points over those two games. It's going to be, like I said with Kyrie, it's going to be a competitive game between the Celtics and Spurs. So I think they're going to need Rudy Gay on that court. They need his veteran mentality if they want to get a W against the Boston Celtics. I like Rudy Gay at 6,300. He's certainly a cash game play in my opinion. keep an eye on Rudy Gay as things go down later on today. For power forwards, I am sticking to the Spurs. I like LaMarcus Aldridge at 8,200. He hasn't been great over the last few games. I'm hoping this keeps his ownership down. But the Celtics have a track record of having issues covering big men. I think Aldridge is going to get plenty of shots open. He's going to have Al Horford on him. Horford should have a tough time covering Aldridge in this game. I think the Spurs are going to lean on their veterans in this game. I think they're going to run the offense heavily through Pau Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay. You know, those gritty veterans, those old players that are just really solidified in this league. I think Aldridge is going to have a pretty good game tonight. He should get over 40 fantasy points to reach value. I think he's certainly a good play. He's not a must-play in cash games, but I am looking to play him in cash as of right now. Another power forward I'm looking at, if Miles Turner is out, is Domantas Sabonis. I think he's going to get a lot of minutes if Turner's out. He could even draw the start tonight. So keep an eye on that whole Turner situation. But my favorite power forward play tonight is Marvin Williams at 4,400. We have the news of Frank Kaminsky being out already for tonight's contest. And Marvin Williams is predicted to see all the minutes he can handle. I think he's going to play a bunch. He only needs like 22 fantasy points to reach value. He has a great matchup against the Chicago Bulls. I think he's going to see, 31, 29 minutes. That's going to be the scenario for tonight. So I think Marvin Williams is a fantastic play. I think he's definitely a cash play. And he should have some decent ownership tonight in double-ups. Centers, I'm looking at Al Horford at 7,200. Al Horford kind of has been going under the radar all year. His price has been staying around 7,000, and he's just been phenomenal. I mean, they're running the entire offense through Horford. If you want to talk about a cash play, look how consistent Al Horford has been over the last week. He's playing over 30 minutes. He has not many double-doubles, but take a look at the stat sheets. I mean, this is phenomenal. 17, 8, and 8, 29 and 8, 14, 5, and 11, 21, 8. He's flirting with a triple-double almost every single night. No one seems to be talking about him. He's easily crushing value in a majority of his games. 53, 43, 38, 42, 44. He needs around 36 fantasy points tonight. He should do it. I think Pau Gasol is going to have a tough time covering him. Or Aldridge. Either way, I think this game is going to be higher scoring than a lot of people are predicting. I think matchup-wise, it's an offensive kind of game. Both offenses are great, and I think the defense is going to have a tough time matching up on both sides of things. So look at Horford. I mean, I just feel like no one's been talking about him. He's a great play tonight, so keep an eye on him. He offers great value. And another center you could possibly look at for GPPs is Andre Drummond. The Warriors have absolutely no one to guard Drummond. Zaza Pachulia, as sad as that would have been, him covering him, he's been ruled out about an hour ago. So I don't know who they're going to put on Andre Drummond. JaVale McGee? I mean, that's just... I mean, Drummond should easily get over 45 fantasy points tonight if this game stays close, which it should be. The Vegas has this game staying fairly tight with the Warriors having no Steph Curry. I don't see how the Warriors are going to stop Andre Drummond. So as long as he doesn't get in any foul trouble, Drummond should be a fantastic play tonight. I might even try to squeeze him in cash games if I have the money. He's an absolute stud of a GBP play tonight, though, guys. Keep an eye on that. And that's going to round up this episode. I hope these guys draw some attention when making your lineups either now or later on in the day. And like I said, if you have a question between two guys, just comment on this video asking and I'll answer it. And I am going to be doing a giveaway as well today, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. I'm doing an NHL Season Pass giveaway and an NBA Season Pass giveaway. One to each of my subscribers. 2 lucky subscribers are going to get it. One is going to get NHL, one's going to get NBA. So make sure you're already subscribing. I'm going to pick a winner tomorrow. I'm going to go through all my subscribers, and hopefully I can just keep gaining them, and hopefully these videos just keep helping. So, again, subscribe. I'm putting it right below the link. And until next time, guys, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off.